Say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
He's still in the closet from a standpoint of being a candidate. But for the 11th Congressional District from Weaverville, Dan Ostergaard.
Thank you, Matt.
Yes, sir.
Last one for the night. I know I'm up against a lot. I actually don't have anything prepared other than a 45-page speech, so if y'all don't mind, I'm going to practice tonight. Word for word. Listen, I've never seen an apple pie go for $45 before. Do I understand that the baker of that pie was his wife? Yeah. That either tells me that's a real good pie or he's in the doghouse, one of the two. So next time I'm in on that pie. Look, if I wasn't trying to lose this, I'd be buying one of those myself. Just by way of saying thank you for having me up here. I'll be honest, we have not made the final decision to do this or not. Just by way of background, I came a long way tonight, about 5 miles that direction. I live off of Lower Flat Creek Road, off 2570, got a farm down there. We raise cattle, chickens. If you're looking for rabbits or eggs, please talk to me afterwards. We just harvested our honey last week. No, really. Actually, I had to stop and shut the barn door on the way down, so excuse my muddy shoes. I'm in Jackson County. Originally grew up out there. Went to Webster High School, the Smoky Mountain High School once upon a time. And went away, joined the military. Was in the U.S. Coast Guard, the 5th branch of the military. I have to remind my friends in DOD once in a while. Did that for about 12 years, 13 years. Was getting ready to come back home again after I'd gotten married to a young Yankee. I was going to bring her back home. And 9/11 happened. I was finishing a degree time in counterterrorism. I was up in Washington, so I ended up sticking around D.C. for another couple of years. So I did spend some time up there. There are some large bugs in here, Matt. Sorry, big one flying by. The fact is, I spent enough time in Washington to tell you that, as most of us know tonight in the room of conservatives, it ain't the answer. It is not. People ask me why I'm running. I'll tell you why I'm running. I'm thinking about running, I should say. Sorry. I look at that flag right there, and the fact is I still get goosebumps when I say the Pledge of Allegiance. I do. That's a fact. I spent a lot of time in the military. I spent a lot of time at sea. There's a lot of bad people out there in the world that would like to do us harm as a nation. I also know it seems to me these days a lot of bad people in Washington that wish to do us harm. I have 3 children right now, 7, 5, and 3 years old. That's the reason we haven't made a final decision yet, because the impact this has on them. Although, I will tell you, I'm more concerned with the impact it may have if I don't do it, because I'm not ready to leave them a world where the U.S. is anything other than first. I think we have the best country in the world. It is full of opportunities. In some small part, whether that is through the Congress or another way, I do believe in servant leadership, and I think that to represent people is the ultimate form of that servant leadership. It's about public service. It's not about running for office and lining your pockets to come home again and bask in the wealth that you've created while you're sitting in Washington. That's not the way it's done. So I'm not a professional politician. It's actually the first time I've stood in front of people in this context. Thanks, Matt, for the heads up on that 10 minutes ago. But I want to say I am from right down the road. We actually do a lot with Madison County High School. My farm, we've kind of been adopted, so to speak, by your FFA program. We sponsored some of the kids that were going up to the Nationals, which they did. I hope you know this. They did a great job when they're speaking. Young ladies are 3rd in the nation in their speaking competition. I mean, that's a big deal, folks. It really is. It's a real testament, I think, to the kind of folks that we have in this area. So without further ado, I'll keep this short. He's very good at that watch. I know he's already watching it. So my name is Dan Ostergaard. We honestly haven't made the decision to run, but if I can do, I assure you, you'll probably see more of me than you really want to. Some of the folks I know here already from the area. If you haven't seen us, you haven't been to my farm yet, Smoky Mountain Heritage Farm. It's right down the road. If you want to see some Dexter cows, come on out. I'm always looking for somebody to help me milk them. So thanks a lot, Matt. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars